Welcome back, besties. I'm Laquanda.
And I'm Tiera.
And we're your
Entrepreneur Besties.
Okay, today we have a special guest. His name is Mo, and we're so happy to have you on.
Yes, very happy. Now, this is different too, because I feel like it's going to give like our besties a different perspective, because sometimes they may feel like we're only targeting people of a certain stature.
Yes.
So this is giving that variety, which is what we want to show. Like, there's different things you can do. You don't all have to do it in a certain way. So I feel like that's the most part that I'm actually excited about.
And I'm so excited because I feel like Mo is going to give us the truth.
Yes, that's what I told him. Like, give us the real nitty gritty. Like, we don't want no cookie cutter, like, filtered, structured answers.
We want to get into your journey.
Yes.
Whatever you want to give us, that's what we want to talk about. So let's take it to the beginning. How did it all start, Mo?
Okay, so for starters, it all started in Tampa, Florida. That's where I was born and raised. I am a native.
Okay.
I see how you told me you was from Detroit.
From Detroit.
From Ocala, not too far, but still a transplant.
Yeah, Tampa's
It's all
so
good.
different.
Yeah, it's all good, but I'm glad to have you both here. Glad you contributing to the city in a major way. So that's awesome. But how it all started for me, as far as what endeavor, like my entrepreneur endeavor, or just where
Take it to the beginning. Your journey.
to the beginning? All right, so I was raised in a single parent household for 13 years. The only child. My mom, I witnessed her work hard. She worked 3 jobs at one point in time in her life. And that caused a little disruption in my childhood because my mom, she did everything to provide for me, which she did a great job doing. But because of the absence, I mean, not seeing her as much as I wanted to, that leaded me to be disruptive in class and school and act out because I felt like, hey, listen, my mom's gonna see me one way or another, even if it's for a bad reason. She's seeing me. So
you want that attention.
I want the attention, so I had issues dealing with that.
At that moment in your life, did you know you wanted the attention, or you were just acting out?
Well, as an adult, I process it differently, so now I can really understand and compartmentalize what was going on with me at that time. But as an adolescent, as a child, I didn't really comprehend. It was like subconsciously, I know I wanted more attention from my mother, but unfortunately it wasn't there to default. And a good reason, though. She was trying to provide and be the best for me, but it just came with a cost. It came with an expense. But, so that happened, and I had a great childhood growing up. Like I said, my mom gave me immense love. I had illustrious childhood memories, and then my mom had my little brother at 13, and it was just amazing to be able to help my mom, nurture my little brother because unfortunately his father wasn't there simultaneously like mine wasn't. But it made me stronger in who I am. So I went through the journey of elementary school, middle school, and high school. Now, something devastating happened while I was in high school. I made a piss poor decision that landed me to be sentenced to 15 years in a Florida State prison. Yeah. So I went through that whole ordeal. But while incarcerated, it was actually a blessing in disguise because of the things I learned. By me being sequestered from society and not having so many distractions, I was able to grow and elevate. Advance.
Now, let's pause there because I feel like I think that was the initial reason for them thinking of like the whole penitentiary, the jail system of their thoughts to kind of like teach you a lesson. But there's people who look at it in a negative way. And I felt like I've heard you speak on that, like how you can take it. Like you can take it negatively and you can do bad things while in there. Or you can take it like, okay, wait, this is my time to really learn and actually think on what was it that landed me here. So can you like expand on that?
Yeah, so I tell a lot of people, because a lot of people always ask me questions connected to that. And I say, look, when I went to prison, I had an optimist perspective. We all know what pessimist and optimist is, right? So instead of looking at it as prison, I looked at it from the standpoint as my university.
Wait, let's
right, my school, my institution.
I get that. Yeah. When you first got locked up, was that your still view? Like
when I first got locked up, let's for little clarity, I was 16.
Okay, so how long did it take you to get to that view?
I'm gonna honestly say not too long, but I remember. Okay, I remember the threshold, the inception of me wanting to elevate my life and want more for myself according to the circumstance. Now, I wasn't big on going to school, unless it was for the ladies, of course. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta have a reason to want to go.
but it was nothing academically, connected to me wanting to go to school, right? But when I got incarcerated and I was in solitude because my co-defendants, there was 3 of us, and we all had to be kept separate, what they call keep, so we couldn't be each other throughout that ordeal. So by default, I was placed in confinement. And while I was placed in confinement, I didn't have any opportunities to go to school. I felt dead. I felt weak. I felt like trapped, like very stagnant. And I remember asking the deputy, like, hey man, am I going to go to school? Am I going to get some type of education? He was like, yeah, the teacher will be down here in 2 weeks. 2 weeks? I'm like, but it's just crazy because now all of a sudden I'm caring about school.
Right.
Now I want to go to school now.
Now your mind is
crazy. It's crazy how like the tables turn and like you realize
what you had
because you don't know what to have.
Sometimes it got to be taken away.
Yeah. And listen, caveat to pause. That's one of the immense things prison has done to me because a lot of us, we take our freedom for granted. We don't know how blessed we are to be in America, to have the freedom to eat what we want, go where we want, drive what we want, do what we want. But when it gets stripped from you, now it's like, the small things I complain about. You know what I mean?
It's a blessing.
It's a blessing to be able to eat what I want. But every day we live life complaining about the small stuff. Oh, I ain't got this amount of money. Oh, I don't have this. Oh, my entrepreneur journey.
I wish I had this.
You know what I mean? But listen, like, be grateful for what you have because you have a lot. But you don't know because it's never been stripped away from you, never been taken away. So I'm about to say something that's very it's gonna be a little controversial.
Hey, it's okay.
But I got it. But I don't want nobody to misconstrue.
Yeah.
I personally feel like everybody on the planet Earth should go to prison or have a near-death experience
to wake them up. Because like you said, people take stuff for granted. So it's just like, for example, people get married or people they have a baby and they look at the things sometimes like negatively, like, oh, I wish it could have went like this, or I wish this person would be perfect. But it takes like bad situations like the kid to be rebellious or the husband to cheat to see like, hey, you're not exempt from reality. Things happen, but how do you come back from that? How do you bounce back from that? So you have to go through those experiences for you to realize what is actually good out of it, and then it makes it better. You grow from that. So it's true
to a certain degree because I feel like we all learn different. So
yeah, but you have more than less.
Some people learn from other mistakes, and then some people have to go through it. So I just think it depends on the type of person you are. But I do get your perspective.
Right.
But not to that degree.
Yeah. It's subjective. It really is. Yeah, that was just my personal outlook on the situation because I know what it has done for me because, I mean, when I tell people prison was a blessing, people look at me.
They look at you crazy.
But that's what you're supposed to get out of it.
Yeah.
You're supposed to come out reborn.
But sadly, a lot of people don't.
Go in it and just want to soak in it and do nothing about it and just learn more. Get into more bad things instead of like what you did learn.
And that's why I asked that question because I feel like there's more people that come out of it with a negative mindset and like you said, optimistic mindset, like, okay, maybe this is my time to sit down and really hone in on what I could be doing better. Maybe I was doing bad out there. People are like, no, they just want to put me in this system, all these things, and it's like, if you really change your mindset, that's why they say your mindset is everything. If you change your mindset, the way you think about things, your life will be overall better.
Right. And mindset as well, but the emotions.
Yeah.
So I told you, I'm an emotional intelligence coach, emotional/reentry coach.
Yeah.
Right. So I help people, specifically the justice impacted community, strengthen their emotions so they can effectively handle and navigate life challenges while defying the recidivism rate. Because are you guys familiar with the recidivism rate is?
No.
So the recidivism rate is a statistic that says that believe it or not, like 1 out of a certain number of people getting released from prison will return back into incarceration within a 3-year span.
Yeah.
So I defied that.
Okay.
I've been home 6 years consecutively.
Okay.
Never knew no new charges. I had 10 years probation. I finished that up. 5 years early termination completed. No technical charge. Never dirty urine, on time, etc. So by me having a success, I realized that this is possible. Because a lot of us, let's be honest, we have family, friends, and people that we know incarcerated that's, been justice impacted.
They keep repeating it.
Right, keep repeating, and they're on probation, and they say, the system's, built for me, set up for me to fail, or I can't do it. When it's like, hey, look, Not saying there's not a system out there designed to keep you failing. That
but it's your mindset.
But it's also your mindset and your emotions.
Yes.
Because nobody's putting a gun to your head and make you go smoke that joint.
Absolutely.
No, but just because you're mad or you're angry, the emotions.
You don't gotta go have a drink either.
You don't have to drink too. You know what I mean? Just because you're mad or you're having a bad day, that don't mean you can hit somebody in their mouth or go rob somebody because you're lacking.
Yeah, or you don't have
sell
money.
Some drugs. Or, you know what I mean? Because you're on the job and your boss says something or delegated some work to you that you don't like. You're spazzing out on them. You don't know how to respond. You're reacting instead of responding. Now you lose your job. Now you can't pay your bills. Now you're in a survival mode. I got to do something. Now I revert back to criminal activity. And it's not necessarily just criminals. Anybody that's working and never been in trouble. You know, like.
It's entrepreneurship.
Oh, because this isn't work. Because I didn't get this many audience or I didn't get this many customers today. Oh, this is not going to work for me. This is not for me. And just close the door and just quit. Those are emotional roller coasters. Nipsey Hussle. Y'all familiar with Nipsey Hussle?
Oh, yes.
Nipsey Hussle in the song Perfect 10, he said that he went through every emotion to get where he's at on his musical platform.
And that's what people don't see. So that's exactly why we wanted to have this conversation because, like I said, most of the time you go to social media and it's like everybody's a success. Everybody's doing all this stuff. But like, what did it really take to get there? So let's talk about that because, you came out of prison. You already had an optimistic mindset. You wanted to go in there. You wanted to learn. You wanted to grow. You wanted to do all these things. Transition us. Like, how did the transition go? Like, once you got out here, like, how did you get to this moment?
Okay, well, it definitely wasn't easy. I don't make it look good. Now. It wasn't easy. Because you got to think about it. I went in at 16 as an adolescent, as a boy. I maturated as a man in those hellacious conditions. Got out at 29.
Okay, wait. So you were 16 when you went. So did you go to the adult prison or did you go to juvenile?
So I did 21 days in the juvie.
They sent you
automatically to the adult? No. Okay. They sent me to county. Okay. I sat in county for 2 years. Now within like a year and some change, I was in the juvenile section of the county jail. Okay. All right. Then when I turned 18, that's when I graduated and they put me in the adult pod. All right. Then within like 2 years of change, that's when I got sentenced and I went to prison. And I got out at 29.
They actually gave you a sentence.
Yeah, I got sentenced to 15 years followed by 10 years probation.
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, go ahead.
She got questions.
Yeah, I was going to say, so they basically helped you till you was 18 to sentence you as an adult?
Yeah, because my case was very sensitive and there was like a lot of intricacies involved. So, remember, it was 4 of us involved, so they had to...
Isn't that illegal?
What's illegal?
To hold your case.
No, because a crowd was involved. They have to get the details. There's steps to it. Accumulate all the evidence, statements. Because remember, it's 4 of us. 3 of us only got incarcerated. 4 of them, that's another whole other story. But 3 of us was in the judicial process, so had information from him, gathered evidence on him, me, whatever. So it takes time.
They were building.
They were building the case. It's like this. I didn't tell you, but I have a second-degree murder and attempt on robbery. So I was an accessory principal to a robbery that transitioned to a homicide. My co-defendant shot and killed somebody because he didn't have any money to give us, right? So that is a very sensitive case. So you just can't send somebody within 3 months, and we're all juvenile. So like I say, it was a lot of things involved.
They say cases go on for years sometimes.
So that's why I sat in the county for so long.
The only reason why I ask you that question, I know nothing about the law, but I also know they did say a lot of times what they do with juvenile, if you get charged as a juvenile adult, they'll hold you for 2 years and charge you as an adult, where they can charge you as a juvenile, so you can get less charge. So that's why I ask you that question.
Yeah. No, I'm unbeknownst to that. I never heard of that, but there's definitely something to look into. But that wasn't the case with me. It's like it was legal. I went through the whole process, and it is what it is. Like I say, it's beauty in the struggle. And that's one of my speeches.
One of my songs.
My keynote
Beauty in the struggle from J. Cole.
Yeah,
Beauty in
the struggle, man. I'm so blessed and grateful that I went through what I went through now. I went to prison for that particular charge. Yeah. But more or less, I'm glad I went to prison because it made me the person I am. But back to the question, you were saying that transition of me getting released, correct? Yeah. So it was definitely challenging because now I'm coming in as an adult with no real world adult experience. All my adult experience was inside. So I'm getting adjusted to, paying bills, getting a job, being delegated from someone outside of a correctional officer, if that makes sense. Being able to have the freedom. And sometimes freedom is great.
Not good.
I'm going to say excessive amount of freedom, if not prepared accordingly, can be detrimental. And I experienced those things. Me being a grown man with limited, or not really, no woman experience. So getting adjusted dealing with women, not girls. I dealt with girls.
Women.
Dealing with grown women.
Yeah,
so
different.
Dealing with those emotions and all those things involved. So that was very challenging. And just, it was a lot. But I came to the conclusion that, you know, this was all about. Our challenges are opportunities for our greatest struggles.
Yes.
Every day we wake up is another opportunity for us to reach that goal.
Exactly.
If I survive prison, I can survive this.
Absolutely.
This is minute compared to what I just faced. So, you know, I took it on the chin, and I learned to just enjoy the process. And I feel like a lot of that gets skipped, especially in our entrepreneur endeavors.
Yeah.
We're so focused. We want to hit the pinnacle. We want to make this amount
I
of
tell
money.
her that all the time.
We want the status.
Yes.
But within the within that realm, within that dash, you know, comes struggle. It comes difficulty. To whom much is given, much is tested.
Yes.
You say you want this. You say you want the millions.
Yes.
You say you want the success.
What you got to do?
But you got to be battle tested so to see if you can handle that. You know what I'm saying? Because
absolutely.
If you can't handle it, if you're not prepared to handle this money, you can self-sabotage. And that's what, I don't know if y'all see Prevail Against Self-Sabotage in my acronym pass. You know, Prevail Against Self-Sabotage. We are our best friend, but we are also our own worst enemy. Right? And we can self-sabotage by the habits that we create in ourselves and we continue to indulge. So, I mean, yeah, but that the transition was definitely real. But it was worth it. You know, it helped me helped me become the man I am today. And now, even today, only being home for 6 years, it's still things I'm learning.
I mean, that's a part of life, though. I feel like we sometimes too feel like, you know, you hear people say, "You're 30 years old, why are you still doing this?" Or "You're 40 years old, I can't believe that 40-year-old did that," or "That 50-year-old did that." But like, we're literally here to learn. Not every day you're going to know everything, and you're not going to always make the best decisions, but at the same time, like you said, it's what you learn from it, how you grow from it. Every day you learning and grow, like, okay, I did that was messed up, I shouldn't do that again. Okay, I did that, this was the, you know, the results of that action. Okay, I learned I might not like that action, you know, that reaction. So you keep adjusting, like you said, pivoting. That's our favorite word, like, because you got to learn to pivot. You know, everything isn't going to go according to plan, but how can I bounce back from that?
So how did you bounce back from obstacle?
Oh, I love it. Emotional intelligence. That is the secret sauce. That is the weapon. Listen, emotional intelligence.
Take us through that. I feel like not a lot of people have it. Or
they don't.
Y'all want me to dive in?
Let's dive into
Y'all want me to dive in?
I feel like it's so powerful.
Dive in.
Let's talk about emotional intelligence.
Let's talk about emotions.
It's a strong tool.
So emotions, right? They are vital in our everyday life.
Yes.
We agree. They influence our actions, our thoughts, the way we treat others. They give us the whole experience of the world around us.
Yeah.
Without emotions, really, what is life? Without happiness, sadness, excitement.
Yeah, you go through it all. It's a roller coaster.
You know, it's a roller coaster, right?
For sure.
So what I learned with emotions, and it goes back to prison, because I have conversations with guys, right? What got them in this situation? And
it be their emotions.
It be the emotions.
Man, they be so mad.
They be so mad.
Angry.
Anger.
They angry.
Of anxiety.
Yes.
Of not having.
Yes.
Depression.
Yes.
All these things. Even happiness. Happiness can be detrimental because guess what? In certain situations, it's been certain situations where I've been too happy and too excited, and somebody gave me a false business promise, and I invested.
And you were so looking forward to it.
So,
now you done put everything into that one box. Because you're that.
Right. And people have misused my ambition, because as you can see, I'm a very ambitious person, which is an emotion. And because of that, they gave me false promises. I invested. I didn't get my ROI.
That's a conversation to be had, because I feel like all entrepreneurs go through it, but you have, like you said, you have to go through it to become a better entrepreneur, because that's very vital in your journey. I feel like I've been through it too, but then it only makes me a better person, and I can analyze the situation faster.
Yeah.
And they say you have to go
learn and grow from it.
Right. Learn and grow from it.
Absolutely.
Okay. So
if you never do it, then how you gonna know? That's why I tell her, like, I'm not gonna say no. I don't say no a lot at all, because I don't know. I can't say no, I don't like this if I ain't never ate it. So we're gonna try it this one time. Now I know I don't like that, you know. But I gotta try everything once, at least.
Nah, for sure.
But
give it a
most
chance.
sad, because I was that eager entrepreneur once upon a time. So envisioned, like, just
yes, let's do this.
If you're not careful, it can bite you in the butt. So let's go back to emotional intelligence. So my personal definition, there's numerous definitions, but my personal definition is emotional intelligence is the ability to have control over impulsivity. We all know what impulsivity is. That urge to want to just react or respond when we're faced with a certain situation or circumstance. We want a certain reaction or response that gratifies us. Whether if somebody makes us mad, because sometimes like somebody said, you ever had somebody make you mad and it really got under your skin, you just want to slap them right in the mouth. And guess what? Even though it's the wrong thing to do, it's not the right thing to do. You doing that is gratifying to you at that moment.
At that moment, I don't care.
I just want to hit you because you made me that mad, and it feels good that if I can just inflict that type of pain on
you. I want you to feel what I feel.
Right. Well, if we're able to control that, right, that impulsivity and delay that gratification, that gives us the power. Because once you have your emotions in perspective and control, you go to any situation with logic. Because if emotions are mishandled, you go into every situation blindly with no logical involved, not calculated, and then 9 out of 10 it equates to a piss poor decision that costs you dearly, right? Whether in jobs, entrepreneur, in life, relationships. How many of us are you guys in some relationships? Any single or whatever?
Married.
Okay, married. So you have a husband. If you're not careful on communication, right, not processing what you want to communicate to your husband, that can equate to a huge argument that can linger.
Absolutely.
If not rectified, potentially divorce. Hope not, but it could.
Yeah,
it could happen.
Real fast. Things go out of control real fast. So for me, I always be like, let me pause. Like, I just won't say nothing because now I'm in my head. I'm an internal thinker anyway, so I need to think about this because I know that if I just say what's on my mind, and I tell people all the time, like, you don't want to know what I'm thinking right now because my initial thought is messed up. 9 times out of 10, like, I want to call you a B. I want to be like, fuck you, you know, whatever.
Be honest.
But at the same time, I know my other side knows that that's not right. So I'm gonna be like, let me just not. Or if that's why most people who know me, they're like, all right, she quiet. I know you thinking some stuff, but you ain't gonna say it. Let me think on it, and then I come back with a more like you say, emotional intelligent response because otherwise it would be real bad.
And I wanna clarify something. You feeling like that? It's okay. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be mad. It's okay to want to cut somebody out.
Yeah.
But recognizing it and channeling and process, you know what? Is this the right moment to do that? Because sometimes even anger is necessary. People think, being angry and mad is a bad thing. No, it's not. Sometimes you have to be angry and mad to get your point across. Because as entrepreneurs, if you got employees working up under you and we're not meeting the bottom line, right? Things are not being met. You can't go in there with a smile and
it's gonna be okay.
No, I'm not happy. My bottom line not being met. This needs to be done. But you don't be disrespectful. You have to call somebody out their name and put your hands on somebody. But look, hey, be assertive. This is not gonna work. I had numbers I wanted fulfilled.
We didn't meet that.
We didn't meet that. What I'm seeing laziness. I'm seeing lack of concern, lack of empathy. I'm not having it. If you can't fulfill the deeds that I want, I'll be looking for other people.
Absolutely.
And you're mad.
Yeah.
You mad. It's your business. Your money's in it. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But did you hit somebody? No. Did somebody get disrespected? No. But did you get your point across?
Absolutely.
Yes. Assertively. So
that's it.
That's what I'm saying. It's really
balance.
It's not really bad or good emotion. It's about how you utilize them in certain situations if it's the appropriate time to display that specific emotion.
Yeah.
Because happiness sometimes ain't the key.
No, and some people suppress their emotions, so it's good, like you said, go through all of them. I always say feel the emotions, like you said.
Feel them. You have to feel them.
Embrace them and
compartmentalize them and know which one to act out appropriately. Because like I say, I hate to sound redundant, but it's true. I look back, I was so happy especially when I got out, because when I got out of prison, and within 3 months I started my first business. It was called Vans at Vending. So I started with these candy machines.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like candy machines, and I started them. My first location was actually at my job I was working at. I put it in the break room. No lie.
Vending machine or candy machine?
Candy machine. I'm gonna get to the vending machine. I'm gonna get to the vending machine. But at first I started, the inception was the candy machine.
Okay.
I had M&M's, plain and peanut. Listen to me now. Plain and peanut M&M's, right? A 2-headed monster. I put it in the corner of the break room where I was working at. In 2 weeks, do you know how much money I made in 2 weeks?
And your job let you? You didn't have to ask them?
No, I asked somebody. But I was a hard worker. Listen,
that's really cool.
caveat,
I never thought about that.
Anybody that's watching this there has done some
really
time.
cool.
Listen, you have to over-deliver on your job. Even I was getting paid $13 an hour. peanuts, but I was working for free in prison serving coffee cakes. All right? So $13 an hour at that time was a lot of money.
That's
for
a
me.
good money, exactly.
All right? So that's what I did, right? But I was such a great worker that my boss showed leniency. You know what I mean? And he took a chance on me. He's like, you know what? I see you trying, Mo.
Go ahead
and put that candy machine there. It's not going to hurt nobody in the break room. In 2 weeks, no lie, off a candy machine, $85 in quarters. Oh, man, it was...
So you flipped it.
Oh, I flipped it. I got another one. I was addicted.
Yeah.
The emotions. I was addicted.
She was like,
another. So now I had like 7 of them.
Yeah.
But then I said, you know what? I want to elevate. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
quarter every day, every 3 days, a quarter every day. Mm-hmm. Got 7, 8 of them. Thinking. So I was like, you know what? I want a little more. I'm going to go to soda machine.
Oh, okay.
Then I got my first soda machine. Now, it's a crazy story.
How much it cost?
You ain't going to believe it. You ain't going to believe it when I'm about to tell you this story. My first soda machine I got, I was actually in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. I was working for this job called Green Earth Building Maintenance, and it required me to travel.
Okay.
So I wasn't in Tampa at the time.
Okay.
So my girlfriend at the time, she was here in Tampa, and I already explained to her what I wanted to do. She was like, all right, cool, I'm gonna help you. So I never forget, I was on OfferUp, and you know, on OfferUp you can like enable notifications if a deal comes up that is suitable to you. A notification came, $50 soda machine. I say, I can't believe it. So I called the dude. I had the dude number. So I'm like, hey, is this true? You're like, yeah. I say, but look, here's a caveat. We're leaving today. He was going like to Iowa, Idaho. They didn't want to take that machine with him. We're leaving today. You have like 4 hours to get here.
That's a blessing.
If you won't get here, it's
done.
Oh man, I called my girl. Listen, I ain't even have a break on the job. Hey, forget a break. I'm violating. I gotta get on the phone. Hey, baby, I need you to go get this.
Yeah.
Well, hey, go get this. Oh, but it's I wouldn't give a rat's. You need to go get this $50.
Right.
So what, she got a U-Haul truck and got
Man, she got a U-Haul, so she made it happen. No, she didn't get a U-Haul. She didn't get a U-Haul. But she already knew somebody who picked up, had a truck and a little trailer in the back. Strapped that thing, we got it.
That's good.
And but anybody who's trying to get into the vending machine game, you always want to get a location before you get the machine, because that's something I learned. But I had the machine, but I had a location, so it would kind of sit for a couple months, and then I had to get a location. But I mean, $50.
It wasn't a loss.
Yeah, it really wasn't a loss.
But it said for a couple of months. So let's take me through that emotional experience. Did you forget about it and do another?
No.
You were still consistent, knew you was gonna.
I was looking, but it was kind of hard to find a location. It's not as easy as people may think, because now I know, you know, when you communicate with a location, you have to put that person first. You got to elaborate the benefit for them as opposed to you. Because if you go in there, hey, let me put my soda machine in here. Well, like, you making the money. What's
an ideal location for a soda machine?
Barbershops, any type of waiting room, doctor's office,
car
lots, anywhere we have to wait. You provide that convenience.
I know. I say car lot because I'm always in there and I'm like, damn, I just spent like $7.
Seriously, man. The vending industry still is $1 billion industry.
Wait a minute.
People think
Let's talk about that because
Yeah.
Kylie Cosmetics, she has all of her vending machines at the airport. Why? Because women know how they make up. You go in there and then you tax it. But I need this eyeshadow. I need this mascara.
I know she is booming. I know she's booming.
At the airports.
Yeah, at the airport.
Convenience.
So
you gonna pay whatever.
They gonna pay whatever, for convenience. That's what we pay for. But yeah, so that was that little situation. But back to the emotions we were talking about. The emotional intelligence. Yeah, that's what I want to get. The message across to anybody.
Did you
that's
go
watching.
to therapy?
Prison was my therapy.
They didn't make assign you to.
Yeah, like in there they don't give you out there.
Like
they had somebody who worked with you to talk through why you made the decisions you made.
Honestly, no. But see, what's crazy? A lot of people.
That's a long time.
Did you teach a class in prison?
I actually was. I was a facilitator.
Okay.
I taught. Now don't make fun of me now, because it's gonna be like, how the hell? But
you taught a subject.
I taught employability, and I taught life mapping. Now I did have 2 jobs.
In line with what you're doing now.
Yeah, kind of like what I'm doing now. But I did get incarcerated at 16, but I was fortunate to have 2 jobs before I actually got incarcerated. So I did know a little something about working a job, clocking in and getting delegated work and stuff like that. So I taught employability and life mapping. Life mapping was basically formulating a compass for your life. Decision making, planning, strategizing, preparing yourself for re-entry.
Yeah.
Because even me, the plans I had prior to me, before me getting released, they didn't all go as planned.
Yeah.
There was some monkey wrench thrown in the game. Some things, it got ugly sometimes. I went through some moments where it was like, man, this is rough. Some thoughts.
So when you got out, what did you think? What was your plan?
Well, my plan was the vending machines, and I actually executed, but I wanted to do a plethora thing. It's like, I knew I wanted to be a speaker, number one, because while I was in prison, I went through Toastmasters, the Capital Club.
Oh,
yeah. Familiar? So that nurtured, developed leaders and public speakers. So I took on that, and I recognized the ability for me to speak. So a lot of people I was in there was like, man, you got the powerful message, you can speak, you speak with such power.
You get to man people.
Man people attention, control the crowd, you should be a speaker. And I'm like, at first I'm like, yeah, but as I'm seeing the reactions, and then we actually had a competition in prison.
Oh, you won.
Through different institutions.
Yeah.
You know the boy won. You know what I'm saying? So I actually won. I'm like, man, I'm really great at what I do. I know how to re-articulate myself, and that was a skill that I
Well, how old were you when you realized this?
I was late 20s.
Okay.
About 28, 20. No, excuse me. Yeah. I'm going to say like 26, 27.
So right before you got out.
Yeah, because I got out at 29, so about 26, 27. And I realized that I was the truth. You know what I'm saying? I got out. I'm the gold. I'm the truth. I like, man, that's something I wanted to pursue. But even with that, my public speaking now, it's at where I wanted to be at. But at the inception, it was rocky. It was rocky, getting people to give you the opportunity to speak, not knowing how to get paid, not knowing how to market yourself, the apparatus. It was just a lot. And at one point in time, I wanted to give up. Like, man, the hell with this speaking.
Well, how old were you when you was ready to give up? I like to know,
timeline.
Yeah.
Man, at one point in time, I remember at 31, a couple years, subsequent to me getting released, I was feeling like, F it.
Now, let's translate that.
Wait.
Go ahead.
So you say you was like 31, so you got out at 29, you was 31, you was like, oh, this ain't going the way I planned. So what were you about to do at that point?
I mean,
when your back was
I did have other business endeavors I was indulging in, like the vending. I was drop shipping vape products one point in time. I did Airbnb. And one point in time, Airbnb, no lie, I was making $35K a month.
Well, you 29, you 31 at this point. When did you do Airbnb?
Man, I did Airbnb like in my 31, 32. I have an illustrious slew of business endeavors. I've done a lot within this 6-year dance of me.
That's incredible. Because most people haven't even did that book.
And I'm not saying this, by no means am I saying this to brag. But I'm saying this for motivation, especially to my justice impacted community. Absolutely. And the people that's not justice impacted, people that's trying to get some type of motivation and are kind of stuck and staying and they don't believe. You heard my story. You see where I came from. I've been blessed to make a substantial amount of money since I've been home.
In 6 years.
In 6 years. And I'm not saying this to be boasters, but I can say 100K is not what people think.
No.
I've literally touched 100K in multiple occasions.
Yeah.
I have a private rental car company that's still in existence to this day. My first year, I made $500,000 in private, without Turo. Private rental car business. It's very lucrative. It comes with a lot of risks, a lot of challenges.
Yeah.
But in all means, it's a very lucrative industry. I've touched a lot of money. It's possible, ladies and gentlemen. You can do it. But you gotta believe. You have to have a plan. You have to have those emotions intact, because there's gonna be times where you want to quit. Where people are gonna make you mad and angry. But you gotta grab that bull by the horns and understand the big picture. And all for me, what emotional intelligence has done for me, it always gives me the ability to foreshadow the potentiality of what could happen, the desirable and undesirable outcome.
Yeah, so you gotta look at both sides. It could go like this, but if it go right, it could go like this. So now you're willing to say, okay, is it worth the risk? It's
worth the risk.
Yeah.
But to even elaborate on that, I'm talking about, let's go back to people that's working on the job. Somebody upsets you on your job, co-worker, let's say your boss. Right? You want to tell them off.
Oh yeah.
Now, desired outcome is like, okay, I tell them off, I'm gonna let them know how I feel, and that's just gonna be that. That's desired outcome. Okay. You don't lose a job. Desired outcome, I tell them how I feel, they respect my mind, and things will be different. Okay? Now, the undesirable outcome, tell them by myself how I feel, however I want, no filter, but then I lose my job. That wasn't part of the plan. Now I lose my job, bills coming up in a couple of weeks, Now I can't pay.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm behind. Now behind on my car, behind on my rent, my mortgage, etc. Now because I'm not making this money, now it's having a negative impact on my emotion. Now I'm depressed.
Now you're depressed.
Now with depression.
Now you're angry.
Now I'm angry, but also I'm self-sabotaging. We deal with anger, depression different. Some of us indulge in gluttony, eating too much.
Yep.
Not exercising, right? Anger at people, drinking, smoking, excessive amount of sex.
Yeah.
A lot of these things.
Anger make you do it all.
All these things, right? Now they
like, how can I make myself feel good in this moment?
Now we're in that slippery slope. How did I get here?
Yeah.
But we all got to go back to the beginning. If we would have handled the situation properly, not saying you can't tell your boss or your manager who's ever delegating to you.
Oh yeah, how you feel?
The truth, how you feel. It's
in
how you
a
do
certain
it,
way.
Right? Because one of the components of emotional intelligence is social talents, having the ability to communicate and talk to your audience accordingly, knowing how to communicate, knowing how to present effectively, whatever the case may be. I can tell you, I'm mad at you and I'm pissed off and I'm not liking
in a certain way.
In a certain way.
And you gonna receive it and we gonna move on.
We gonna move on. And I'm respected.
Yeah.
I don't have to put my hands on you. You know? Only way I feel like putting your hands on somebody is respected and right is if somebody trying to harm you. Harm you when you're kids.
That's the only time.
You know, that's the only time. Oh, I'm trying to protect myself. This ain't I'm protecting. But other than that, cause somebody said something to you?
No, you didn't put your hands on the face.
Okay. Cause you lost some money? Cause you going through it right now? Cause your business? You mad and you snapping at people?
Yeah.
This is life. Nobody said entrepreneurship is easy.
No.
It's hard. It's tough. That's why it's a marginalized few.
They do it.
They do it and succeed. And the vast majority, they try it. They see it's not for them. And they want to get a job or they want to do whatever. I don't know. But it's not easy. But we have to have those emotions and perspective in any situation, in any endeavor in life. Because if we don't, it will have a deleterious effect on the outcome.
So, Mo, I know you mentor, right? Have you ever came across a mentee where it was hard for them to process that?
Yeah, most definitely.
How do you deal with that?
Well, how do I deal with that?
Have you ever, and also, is it one person like that person ain't gonna get it, or you never gave up?
You can tell.
Well, unfortunately,
you can tell. You can read.
Everybody not gonna reciprocate. Everybody not gonna make it. Let's just be honest. Everybody is not gonna.
Do you
make
give
it.
up on them?
No, I don't give up if they don't give up on themselves because nobody's gonna care about you more than
you
yourself.
care about yourself.
So if you don't care, you're not wanting to put in the effort.
Why would
I'm not gonna exert
the
energy to because you're not gonna get it. It's exhausting.
Exactly.
I'm just like it's like insane. I'm beating my head against the wall, expecting a different result. No.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna allow you to go through your process, through your own journey, in hopes that
you come
that
back.
the seed that I planted, somebody waters it. It waters through different experiences, and then it blossoms. And now you see the aha moment. This is what Mo was trying to tell.
And then you come back.
And then we can circle back, and now we can, add to that. But in certain cases, everybody ain't gonna make it. It's like, listen, we can talk about, courses, reentry contributions, talking emotional intelligence till our face is blue. I can administer to the people getting out of prison till I lose air. But if they don't want to adhere to it, that's on them.
It ain't gonna work.
And let's be honest. Some people gonna go back to prison. Some people still gonna contribute to recidivism rate. I be saying
stop everybody.
I can't eradicate the whole statistic.
Yeah.
No, somebody gonna go back to jail.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
You're just gonna help with who
try
can.
to decrease it. Just try to help who can.
Even if it's a 10%, 5%, that's a win.
Yeah, that's my goal. That's my goal.
I love that, and I love to hear you speak because I hope that you help a lot of people because I love hearing that type of mentality or young black males having that outlook on life. It's such a blessing and a beautiful thing.
Yeah, because you always hear so much negative. So, it's nice to hear like a positive perspective.
Hear your perspective.
Yeah. No, awesome.
And I pray you help many more.
Well, listen, I'm on a mission to help as many people as I possibly can, especially in my said industry, because it's real. And I want to show people the narrative can be changed. Especially me.
How do you touch those people who need you the most? Like, how?
I'm glad you said it because I was about to allude to it. My appearance. First and foremost, I feel like my appearance says it all. When you see me, when you see me, we just gotta be honest. You don't, and the person not gonna initially conclude, oh, he's a motivational speaker. He's an emotional intelligence reentry coach.
Yeah.
You might, you see my car, you
Yeah.
see the jewelry, you see the swag, you see the J's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could be.
Like, who this young nigga
is? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? For real.
That's the truth.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but then.
Like, what he doing?
What he doing? He might be in the streets, you know what I'm saying? So when I open my mouth and I present
it's
myself.
like, oh, wait a minute. Let me listen a little more.
I'm listening a little more. Change your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So.
Wait, he actually got some sense.
Got some sense.
They thinking you ain't
think because of the news and the media. I'm just being honest.
That's being true.
It's just being real. I didn't portray no seriously. Like how I look.
It says something to people.
It says something to people. And because people that look like me, normally, you know, on the news, those are some criminal activity. Mm-hmm. So I know this, and I never forget where I come from. I'm urban to the core. I'm from urban America.
Who you is?
I listen to rap music. I'm outside. I love that. But I'm trying to show people, even if you're outside, you still can act accordingly.
Yeah.
I go out, I'm downtown lit, hanging out at Temple.
Right.
I'm hanging out. I drink occasionally, but I don't drink and drive.
Social.
And if I do decide to drink and get towed up, it's gonna be an Uber. The Scat Pack Park. I'm gonna go ahead and Uber. Cause I'm not about to risk. I got my wisdom perspective.
You got too much to lose.
Right, too much to lose. And I'm not gonna be belligerent out there in public while intoxicated. I'm but everything within reason. So my objective is to change the narrative to show that professionalism comes in different forms and fashions. As you can see, you can be urban and still talk well, have mannerisms, be respectful, be an entrepreneur, and stand on your 10 toes and have business and successful. Because I'm that. You're looking at it. And I look how I look. Now, I will put on a 3-piece suit if the occasion calls for it.
If you need to.
I do look down in it too. Don't get it twisted. I get dapper. But every day, on a normal, this is me. That's what I like.
And that's okay.
So that's me.
So, all right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to close out this interview. But it has been amazing. Mo have took us through.
And we can talk for like 3 hours.
And I feel like we just touched the surface with you.
Yeah.
It's so much more. I have so many more questions. But before we close out, do you want to promote anything?
Yeah, what's going on?
So for one, if you want to reach me, I'm on all social media platforms. Instagram, real_Mo Nelson Speaks. LinkedIn, Mo Nelson. Facebook, Mo Nelson. TikTok, Mo Nelson Speaks. Which one am I missing? Twitter, Mo Nelson Speaks. Just put Mo Nelson Speaks in all the social media platforms, and I'm sure you'll find me. But in all seriousness, if you're somebody, an entrepreneur, particularly the justice impacted and struggling with trying to figure it out, trying to get reacclimated, trying to get some type of sense of direction, please reach out to me. I do provide coaching and mentorship. I am here for people like you to help you find a way and to let you know that there is light at the end of the tunnel. I've been there, I can relate, I sympathize, and I represent past. Prevail against self-sabotage. Remember, you are your best friend, but you are also your own worst enemy. I wish you guys the best. Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you, Mo. Oh my God. This was so good. I'm
gonna cry.
We're gonna have you back a lot. Like,
is there anything that you want to promote before we close out?
Before we close out, people don't know I'm a hairstylist. So you have to follow GC Collective 813. I've been doing hair since I was 10 years old. People don't know. This is not new. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. So I'm now promoting myself here in Tampa. I wasn't for many reasons, but I'm back. I've been successfully back for the past 3 years. So make sure you follow GC Collective 813 on Facebook and Instagram. And yeah.
As for me, my name is Laquanda, and you can follow me. I have a boutique. You can shop my boutique at femdual.com. Also, you can shop on our socials. You can follow our socials, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, shop.fem_dual.com. Until next time, besties.
Bye.